enter Tallytown, better known as Sleepy Hollow, a drowsy, dreamy little spot during its early days of settlement.
Legend has it the place was bewitched by a high German doctor during the early days of settlement.
Others say that an old Indian chief, the prophet or wizard of his tribe, held his powwows there, stirring dark spirits long before the country was discovered.
Certain it is for all who pass through Sleepy Hollow, inhale the witch's power.
Holding a spell over the minds of good people, in particular cases, their souls, finding themselves in purgatory, trying to escape their fate. Ghostly women wail in white gowns.
My beloved, have you come for me?
Traitorous soldiers weep from the weeping willows.
What party are you from?
And of course, the primary spirit that haunts this enchanted region, the Galloping Hessian, roams nightly on his unending quest for his head.
I have something for you.
We need your help. You mortals who have powers that we spirits no longer possess. The power of life. Give us your bodies for the night, as we inhabit the witching air around you. And let our souls finally be released from the powers that surround.
Sleepy Hollow.
But please, we beg of you, be aware of what's in front of you.
And behind you, we would hate for you to lose your way.
Or your head.
At that broad expansion of the river, denominated by the ancient Dutch navigators as the Tappan Zee, there lies a small market town among the high hills known as Tallytown. Not far from this village, perhaps about 2 miles, there is a small valley among the hills, which is one of the quietest places in the world. A small brook glides through it, with just murmur enough to lull one to the pause. The occasional whistle of a quail or tapping of a woodpecker is almost the only sound that ever breaks upon the uniform tranquility. From its listeners' propose and the character of its inhabitants, this sequestered glen has long been known by the name of Sleepy Hollow. Such a peaceful little spot. How come that blood on your own coat sleeve? Little son, pray come and tell me.
It is the blood of that skinny greyhound that wasted the
place was bewitched by a high doctor during the early days of settlement. Others that an old Indian chief, the wizard or prophet of his tribe, held his powwows there. Well, certain it is, the place still continues under the sway of some witching power that holds a spell over the minds of the good people who settled there. However wide awake they may have been upon entering that sleepy region, they are sure in a little time to be subject to visions, trances, and voices in the air. Oh, the whole neighborhood abounds with local tales, haunted spots, and wild-eyed superstitions.
That! There is one spirit that haunts this enchanted region, who is said to be the commander-in-chief of all the powers of the air. It is said to be the ghost of a Hessian trooper, whose head was carried away by a cannonball during the Revolutionary War, and who is ever seen by the country folk, hurrying along in the gloom of the night. The ghost rides into battle on nightly quest of his missing head. The spectre is known at all the country firesides by the name of
The Headless Horseman of Sleepy Hollow.
And to this little enchanting, there came a worthy wight by the name of Ichabod Crane.
He was small, but exceedingly lank,
With narrow shoulders,
long arms and legs,
hands that dangled a mile out of his sleeves,
feet that might have served as
and
shovels.
his whole frame most loosely hung together. He had a small head with a long snipe nose, like a weather vane, perched upon his spindle neck to tell which way the wind blew.
To see him striding along the hill on a windy day, one might have mistaken him for a scarecrow out from a cornfield.
He was, in fact, an odd mixture of small shrewdness and simple credulity. Long before Ichabod came to this byplace of nature, he had developed a wicked appetite for the marvel.
No tale was too gross or monstrous for his capacious swallow. It was often his delight to wander at the witching hour, fluttering his excited imagination, for he had seen many spectres in his time.
Yes, many times in these mere terrors of the night, he had been beset by Satan and rogue
3 times. He would have passed a pleasant life of it, in spite of the devil and all his works, if his path had not been crossed by a creature that causes more perplexity to mortal men than ghosts, goblins, and a whole race of witches put together. And that was a woman.
Her name was Katrina Van Tassel, the daughter and only child of a substantial Dutch farmer.
She was a blooming lass of fresh 18.
16. Right. And universally famed not merely for her beauty, but also her vast expertise.
Excuse me, pardon.
Oh, pardon me, miss. Would you tell me where I am? Have I passed Paddy Town?
Taddy Town. You must not be from around these parts. This is Taddy Town.
Ah, of course. Paddy Town.
The housewives call it Taddy Town because the husbands tend to linger about the village tavern. There!
Well, if all the women are as enchanting as you are, I see why they tarry on for so long. Forgive me.
Not at all. I'm Katrina Van Tassel.
Ichabod Crane,
Hey.
like the bat.
As I was saying, she was ripe and melting and rosy cheeked as one of her father's peaches. She was a bit coquettish, as perceived in her fashions, which were a mixture of ancient and modern dress, both vintage and set on her back.
With a provokingly short petticoat to display the prettiest foot and ankle in all the country round.
If ever a place where I might feel from the world in its distraction, I can think of none better than this little valley.
And what brings you to this little valley?
I'm to be the new schoolmaster at Sleepy Hollow.
alone.
Don't stop! You lies! I swear it's been so long, so it's had to be just a little bit longer.
Look! I told you not to run off!
Rob, that isn't funny at all!
Oh, come, Katrina, you look so much older when you frown. Who's the scamp?
Ichabod Crane, like the bird.
Oh!
You are?
Abraham von Brutt, what everyone calls me, Brom Bones.
Rome was the hero of the country round, which ran with his feet of strength and hardihood. From that and his Herculean frame, he received the nickname Brom Bones.
He was always ready for either a fight
Or a frolic. But he had little mischief and ill will in his composition. He was famed for his knowledge and skill at horsemanship, and was foremost in all races.
and clockwork.
That's Fisticuffs.
He's the new schoolmaster.
Oh, really? Come along, Katrina. We best be getting home before it gets dark. We don't want to be out and about when the galloping Hessian comes riding.
Galloping Hessian?
The Hapless Horseman. Don't tell me you haven't heard the stories.
Oh, no, I've heard tell. Just didn't know he sent to Rome in these parts.
Oh, yes. He's here. We best get someplace safe before the sun sets. What else? What else am I doing? Go ahead. Now, Ichabod, don't you like ghost stories?
Not particularly.
When you come to the wrong town, you're out, school boy.
Every time.
And thus did Ichabod Crane come to Sleepy Hollow. Every sound of nature, fueled by hours of dark and mysterious tales, fluttered his excited imagination.
The moan of the whippoorwill from the hillside.
The dreary hooting of the screech owl.
The sudden rustling in the thicket of birds right from their roosts.
The fireflies, too, which sparkle most vividly in dark places, now and then startled him as one of uncommon brightness would scream across the town.
And if by chance some blockhead of a beetle came winging his blundering flight against him, the poor varlet was ready to give us the ghost with the idea that he'd been struck with a fit.
His only resource on such occasions was to sing psalm tunes, at which the good people of Sleepy Hollow, as they sat by their doors of an evening, were filled with awe hearing his nasal melody long drawn out and floating along the dusty road.
I think it's time for class in Ichabod Schoolhouse. Now when we get to Ichabod Schoolhouse, seating is prioritized for those who need it most, and then the rest of you can fill in. Sounds good? I like that with you. Follow me, please.
What fearful shapes and shadows flew across his path amidst the dim and ghastly glare of a snowy night? With what wistful look did he eye every trembling ray of light streaming across the waste fields from some distant window?
How often was he appalled by some shrub covered with snow which, like a sheeted spectre, beset his very path?
How often did he shrink with curdling awe at the sound of his own steps on the frosty crust beneath his feet, and dread to look over his shoulder lest he should behold some uncouth beings rambling close behind.
And the idea that it was the galloping Hessian.
Follow me? That means nothing. Fail, 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 fail. If I see you in a seat when someone needs it, I'm getting you up. In. Rude. Rude.
It was not my idea.
Rude. Whoa. Oh my goodness. In back here, let's fill in back here first. In the back first.
This is the way. Our hands, clap our hands, clap our hands. This is the way we clap our hands.
Yeah, I know. I'm gonna stand. Next to the piano. They didn't have that last time.
Clap our hands, clap our hands, clap our hands. This is the way we clap our hands.
I got the part where Leah said, "You should go to work in your life." And I'm like, it was my idea.
summer's day, interrupted now and then by the authoritative voice of the master, in a tone of menace or command, or the appalling sound that bursts as here, and some wrong-headed urchin down the flowery path of knowledge. Oh, no, not me!
Balrog spoiled the child.
Ichabod Crane's scholars were certainly not spoiled.
All the sequel doing this, and he never inflicted a chastisement so compensatory to the smarting version that you shall remember it and thank him for it for the longest day you have to live. smiles of the country damsels of the town.
The schoolmaster was, moreover, esteemed by the women as a man of great erudition, for he had read several books quite through, and was a perfect master of Cotton Mather's History of New England Witchcraft, in which, by the way, he most firmly and potently believed.
Yes, in addition to his many vocations, he was also the singing master of the neighborhood, and picked up many a bright tune instructing the young folks in psalmody. The choir had never sounded so harmonious and bright. You're the choir. You two.
Only be nice and cool all together. Here we are. Yes, please, you two, my love. Here we are. Nice and cool. I need to hear everyone. Nice and tall. Let's have a note, please.
One of these.
That one. No, you just played it. That's all this is. That was excellent. We're all warmed up. Let's have an introduction to Holy, Holy, Holy. All together, please. Here we are. Lord God Almighty, early in the morning, our soul shall rise to thee. Holy, 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 merciful and mighty, God in green mountains, blessed excellent work, everyone. We'll pick up there next Sunday.
Sit. Thank you.
Come on, Katrina.
Quite tough. And I lost it.
Yes, in my angel with golden hair.
Katrina, of course.
I hear you offer private lessons.
You are in meeting versus Miss Martha. Katrina.
They need not be singing lessons. I'm certain that you have much to teach me.
Just wait. The devil's going on here!
Everybody is going to teach me today.
The Bible! Accordion! Guitar! Piano!
Tambourine.
I am.
He is?
I am. I'd be happy to.
I had no idea that you, tambourine.
Yes. Yes, I played the tambourine as a young man all night back in the day.
Connections. Right. Come along, Pat. We have better things to do than sitting in on class school. Good day.
Until our next lesson, Ichabod.
Of course, Katrina.
Katerina!
I am not your property, bro.
Katrina Maria Antoinette Francis Gertrude Van Tassel, I swear, if you want.
My young love said to me, Mother won't lie. My father won't like you. Bless you. You're like a lie. Then she stepped away from me, and then she did say, it will not be long, love, till always. She stepped away from me, and she moved to the fair. If only I was her, move here, move there. She went her way homeward with one star away. As the swans in the evening, the But people were saying, no tomorrow away. But one has a sorrow that never was said. And she smiled as she passed me with her goods and her gift. And that was the last I saw of my Sunlight, yeah. I profess not to know how women's hearts are wounded one, but they've always been a matter of riddle and admiration, for some have but one point of vulnerability or door of access, while others a thousand avenues. Oh sure, he who wins 1,000 hearts is entitled to some renown, but he who can keep undisputed sway over the heart of such a damsel is indeed a hero. Fair, fair, golden hair, sang another one. Fair, fair, golden hair, under the pillow she sleeps.
For the moment Ichabod laid his eyes upon these regions of delight, the peace of his mind was at an end, and his only study was how to win the heart of the peerless daughter of Phantasm.
Fair, fair, golden hair, sang another one. Fair, fair, golden hair, under the pillow she sleeps. Under the pillow I breathe a prayer, long to linger forever. It's my angel with golden hair, golden hair. Fair, fair, golden hair, sang
Katrina's numerous and rustic admirers will be set every portions of her heart, kept a close and angry eye on one another, but were all ready to fly out in common cause against the new competitor.
And though Ichabod's amorous coins were something like the gentle caress and endearment served well, a scarecrow.
Good one.
It was whispered that she did not altogether discourage his hope.
Wait, what?
Seeing his horse tied to the men's castle's gate on a Sunday evening, all other suitors began to pass by in despair.
Despair! Look at me and look at him. I will double that lad up and lay him on the shelf of his own schoolhouse. She would have to be entranced to fall for that old scarecrow.
Stranger things have happened. Fair, fair, golden hair, sang another one. Fair, fair, golden hair, under the willow she's sleeping.
him down and drinks his wine as merry as can be, and never, never thinks of me.
He left me hard and alone. Each night came like they used to snow. And while I love him was so shooting me, takes the dark like he did.
Oh, dear, my rainbow wine and tea, they too so fast my fancy, and on my breast is scarlet love to sing in I die for. And now I see her nevermore. She never knocks upon my door. Oh, though it is
He kept a little note.
I'll read the words he wrote. Two kind friends as we I can no longer stay. I hang my heart on the weeping chestnut tree. Everywhere, everywhere, everywhere. Well, Eliza, you see, I was doing a bit of eavesdropping earlier, and well, I heard that Miss Katrina's throwing a party this evening, and well, I was just wondering if maybe you'd do the honor of being my acquaintance for such an occasion.
Yeah, I with the one lips. Yeah, that's.
The main shores also to pick up warm in here. It's cooler out there, so we'll see that.
Didn't I say that funny part, huh? I'll wait till the festival. It will be really funny when Bomb Bros gets drunk again.
Now, that is what I would call productive.
That was so funny how he went on the door and slid.
I feel educated, enlightened, a better human overall.
Bomb, did you see when he hung on the door and he swung with it? It was so funny. I mean, he held onto the door. Brom Bones held onto the door and he swung with it. Oh, yeah? Yeah, with his feet dragging the ground. I have some of them. Yeah. Yeah, come on, let's go. Why can't you run?
If you're a young child, sit on the floor to have the foot, not to nibble and nibble.
Did you see Ron Rosie say, "Give us like that's my toe, you big butt."
You may also sit on the floor in front. You are able to sit on the floor.
And pence, your daughter.
I'll show her laughing. Okay. It was so funny that Rob said to that old man, "I'm like, oh, you big butt." I actually caught that. That is the funniest thing to catch.
She steals your whole estate. Like fox may steal your head.
Your health and pence, sir.
Your wife may steal the rest. But he will do
Mom, someone sat on Bones' toes and he said, "Get up, that's my toe, you big butt."
If you're comfortable, you can sit on the ground as well.
I'm good.
White jacket, thank you.
Yeah, and I'm wearing Fabletics jeans that are kind of thin, so no thanks.
Stand behind and behind your door. Go that way. Your window. Don't go in on you. Go that way.
your health and pence. Set your daughter on the chest.
Uh-oh.
Welcome everybody to my party. I'm so glad you're absolutely over the breeze. Now, before we get started, you might find the other here.
I caught that.
Behind Sir Brian. Say hello, Sir Brian. Feel free to grab those as you like and come back to party.
That would be an embarrassing clip in the high school graduation video.
Now, we're going to start off with my very favourite song. It is called Ballinamoni.
No, I love this song.
When you sing Ballinamoni, you sing
Ho, row.
Ballinamoni.
Ho, row.
Ballinamoni.
Ho, row.
Who are you calling a hoe?
That was classic.
Oh, you know what's been fun?
Oh, this part's funny. Just wait.
I also prepared a song for you this evening.
For me?
Yes, special for you.
Here it goes.
You know.
Just wait. You're gonna love this.
Enraptured I gaze.
Just wait.
Oh my God!
Never happened last time.
You know I like to get poison?
Invade every part and pleasures unusual play around my heart. When I hear the same come with the song, I think I can hear that sweet voice so
Now that my little sings better. My
Like.
He said it's more sweet music from you. All he missed it, he spit a lot of work.
That doesn't even rock!
Yep, we got this.
I've had enough. Boo this man! Boo! You've been thinking it all night. Boo!
Thank you. The rest of you, keep.
May I have this dance, Ichabod? Everybody, please stand up and dance with us. This is a frolic. We like to
Lovers.
stand up and dance.
Sit down.
For the town where I was born, there was a fair maid dwelling, and every youth cried, "Where is it?" Her name was Barbara Allen, and in the merry month of May, when green was
I'm glad you didn't grab me. It's a good thing I didn't grab her. I know it's funny.
I think it's time that we hear from the lady of the house.
Miss Katrina, would you favor us with a reel?
Yes! Right now!
Well, I'm still learning, so be gentle.
Oh boy.
Oh, yes, no. I thought she wanted to.
Come
on, help her out.
Just watch her.
She's not even shaking it the right way.
Maybe
And
it's a warm-up
it's
sometimes.
going up and down.
Not taking tambourine lessons. I don't know how you do things in Connecticut. Here, we have a festival. We tell ghost stories! Ghost stories? Oh, come on, Ichabod. Don't tell me you're afraid of these fairy tales.
I've got one. The woman in white. They say that when a witch has
An excellent variation on the trope of the Weeping Woman by Katrina, none other than the beautiful lady of the house, Katrina. Katrina? Katrina?
But what of a lantern? Yes, the swinging light of her lantern floats as she paces and waits for her beloved to return. And as you come closer to see what's shining the light, it vanishes without a trace, leaving nothing but fixed footprints in the snow where no one has trod.
Come on! Now don't tell me you're frightened by all of this nonsense!
I wouldn't say frightened, no. Why your handshake?
Now, on to my favourite.
Our favorite.
British Major John Andre. He was pulled into the treasonous plot of the infamous Benedict Arnold and captured by patriots near a tulip tree along Albany Post Road. He was hanged for his treachery. He'd often caused securing the hangman's noose with his own bare hands. Today, just before dawn, people have reported hearing sounds of uncontrollable sobbing. Said to be out of Major John Andre himself, mourning over his mistakes. Well, if legends are to be believed, the only way to stop his hideous cries is to utter the words that Captain Hurst spoke to him. What party are you from?
The faithful are farewell, my soul to lie. When house so precious gain with the banish from my side. To my heart, no rival joy, the pride of the thee. But who can tell if thou, my dear, will ever me? The faithful are farewell, my soul to lie. But house so precious gain with the banish from my side. To my heart, no rival joy, the pleasure of the thee. But who can tell if thou, my dear, will
Now, this time, for my story. You mean our story? The dominant spirit that haunts this enchanted region, the apparition of a figure of a man on horseback without a head. He was a massive man in size, that stood 7 feet tall, with shoulders as broad as a bar. It is said that he is the ghost of an old German mercenary whose head was carried off by a cannonball in a nameless battle during the Revolutionary War, and who has been seen ever and on by the country folks, whispering along in the gloom of night, as if on the wings of the wind. But he is not confined to just this valley alone, but to the adjacent groves and to the vicinity of a church at no great distance. In the dead of night, the Hessian rides forth to the scene of battle in nightly quest of his missing head. And if he cannot find his own, he takes the first end of the first unfortunate soul to cross his path. Then, like a streak of light, the Hessian races through the hollow, racing against the night to make it to the churchyard before daybreak. Many a man have been found, shorn at the neck, a pumpkin with his head should be, the dreadful calling card of the headless horseman of Sleepy Hollow.
It's just a story. It's just a story. Can't be real. Headless horseman. It's just fun.
It never felt so dismal and alone. Follow me along into the bridge. If you want to keep your head into the storm. Follow me along into the bridge.
Ichabod beheld something huge, misshapen, and towering. It stirred not, but seemed gathered up in the gloom, like some gigantic monster, ready to spring upon the traveler. Who are you?
He received no reply.
I said, who are you? Still no answer.
Come on, Ichabod, it's only a shadow.
Just then, the shadowy object of alarm put itself in motion and, with a scramble and a bound, stood at once in the middle of the road.
He appeared to be a horseman of large dimensions, and mounted on a menacing horse of powerful frame.
If we are to be companions on this road, at least tell me your name.
There was something in the moody and dogged silence of this tenacious companion that was mysterious and thoroughly appalling. It was soon fearfully accounted for.
Ichabod saw the figure of his fellow traveler in relief against the sky. He was
Gigantic in height,
muffled in a cloak.
And most horrible of all, the rider was...
If I could but reach that bridge, I'd say, Ichabod Crane! I have something for you.
The next morning, Ichabod did not make his appearance at breakfast.
dinner hour came, but no Ichabod.
The boys assembled at the schoolhouse and strolled idly about the banks of the brook, but no schoolmaster.
An inquiry was set on foot. On the bank of a broad part of the brook, where the water ran deep and black, was found the hat of the unfortunate Ichabod, and close beside it, a shattered pumpkin. The brook was searched, but the body of the schoolmaster was not to be discovered.
Brom Bones, who shortly after his rival's disappearance conducted Katrina in triumph to the altar, was observed to look exceedingly knowing whenever the story of Ichabod was related, and always burst into a hearty laugh at the mention of the pumpkin, which led some to suspect that he knew more about the matter than he chose to tell.
An old farmer, several years after, rumored that the schoolmaster had run off, been admitted to the bar, turned politician, and been made justice of the 10-pound court.
The old country wives, however, who are the best judges of these matters, maintain to this day that Ichabod was spirited away by something more than a foolish prank, something otherworldly.
The bridge became, more than ever, an object of superstitious awe.
The schoolhouse, being deserted, soon fell to decay and was reported to be haunted by the ghost of the unfortunate schoolmaster loitering home.
And on a still summer evening, it is often fancied that you can hear Ichabod's voice at a distance, singing a melancholy tune.
Among the tranquil solitudes of
Sleepy Hollow!
Such a peaceful little spot!
Thank you for attending the Sleepy Hollow experience. Now, get out.